Good morning, everybody. It's Craig from Morris Better, Facebook.com/Morris Better Reseller, and coming to you with a February sales update. I wanted to highlight some of the what I would consider the home runs that we hit for sales in the month of February, just to give you a little bit of information, maybe learn some new brands, and also just see the types of things that sold and why they sold in the month of February to prepare for March and the months ahead. Uh, Today is day 2 of me being a full-time reseller, and I'll tell you what, day 1 just didn't go that well. We got some stuff listed, but our sales just weren't there yesterday. So we're hoping to turn it around today to get on the right track. We've had a couple of sales overnight, so I feel like it's a good start, but want to start by reviewing the month of February. The first item that we have here is a Jamaican bobsled team snapback hat. This thing was new without tags, but it still had the original clip, hanging clip on it right there. And this sold for $40, and it was just quite a deal. I picked it up for $2 at a thrift shop, and I'm sure that this type of hat would sell anytime, but to find this right in the middle of the Olympics, I got it listed right when the bobsledding events were taking place, and it had a bunch of watchers right away, and it sold very quickly. $40, no haggling, no negotiating, just bought straight out, and so it was really cool. It had lots of raised lettering on it, and it was already pre-distressed, and so it was really good. And it went to replace someone who had bought a hat previously for the Jamaican bobsled team and lost it. The second thing, keeping on the Olympic theme that we had, was a vintage J.C. Penney nylon track jacket, Team USA, and had all the Olympic stuff on it. And again, don't be scared of something like J.C. Penney that you would think, well, that's not a high-end brand. If it's vintage, if it's something that is timely, that would really work. And so this was just big and bold with lots of colors, and again, sold for right around $50. Next thing we had, this was a end of February sale, sold very end of the month, was a vintage 70s Joe Namath Arrow. Now the story behind this is I actually sold this twice. I sold it the first time, shipped it out, and this was in January. Sold it for about $20, and it got caught up in the storm. Someone had bought it for a 70s themed birthday party. It got there after the birthday party. They didn't want it, so they sent it back. And so once I got it back, I re-researched it and looked at what other ones had been selling for, and I realized that I had undercut the market huge, and I was losing out. And so I relisted it where I thought was kind of the top of the market, and ended up taking an offer for between $50 and $55 for this thing. And it's just really cool print, a very cool 70s print, very thin polyester type of thing, and so I was really excited. This was also a very end of the month. I believe I sold this on Friday, on February 28th. A Reebok Sao Paulo Football Club soccer jersey. And tell you what, guys, if you aren't yet stocking up and preparing for the World Cup this summer, you need to be. Soccer is a huge sport. Whether you like it or not doesn't matter. It's a huge sport, and the World Cup is bigger than the Super Bowl. It's bigger than the Olympics in many countries, and so soccer stuff always sells well, and it's really going to be selling well this summer because the World Cup's just a big event. So there was nothing super special about this. I mean, it did have some cool logos and patches, but it was definitely not the nicest Sao Paulo Football Club jersey out there, but it was, and it's in good shape, and so we were able to sell again right around $50. Next thing I had is a members only brown genuine leather jacket, and some of you may remember members only from back in the day, and there's nothing special beyond this. It was just in really good shape, and just nice members only, and had just a good solid look to it for a motorcycle bomber jacket. And I think it took an offer somewhere around $60 for this. Next we have a brand that you're probably familiar with, Polo Ralph Lauren. And if you're kind of sick and tired of selling all your Polo Ralph Laurens for 10 or 15 bucks a piece, your common average everyday ones, I would recommend you lock them up for a couple reasons. one, you only have to pay one shipping cost, and two, it makes your time much more worthwhile. Sure, you still probably should measure each shirt to make sure that they all are similarly fitting. Don't trust just the size. But if you lot them up, you put them as one listing, so you save your listing space for other things that you might find that'll be more valuable instead of filling it up with a bunch of $15, $20 Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. You can do this. I listed these four. These are the Pima Cotton, so they were really soft. The Polo Golf, list them for 100. I think I took an offer around 65. Um, Again, I could probably wait for a little bit more than that, but I felt like that was a pretty fair price, and I wanted to open the spots in my inventory for other things too. So next we have these. I've not heard of these, but when I saw them, I actually saw them through the window at a thrift store before they even opened. I was at a Goodwill, and I knew I needed to get them without even doing research. The brand was Ideal, and they were just heavy duty work pants, and like they were just thick. They had zippers up the legs, as you can kind of see right there. There's kind of a zipper that went up the leg, and they're just thick, tough, just for heavy duty work. And these were new with tags, and you can see they sold for about $50. Next we have this. This was a great find. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I almost passed it up at first because I was thinking, wow, we're almost at the end of winter. And then I took a step back, I thought it through, and I said, no, this makes sense because even if it doesn't sell this winter, it will sell next winter. This is a Columbia Bugaboo jacket. It's kind of a 3-in-1. You can wear just the jacket, you can wear just the liner or the liner inside the jacket. So you kind of have three different levels of warmth and different ways to do it. This was size 4XL, and so always be on the lookout for big sizes because they're harder to find, and so it makes them easier to sell. And I believe I sold this for about $80 or $85. But it was in really great shape. Not much was wrong with it. Just had a little bit of wear from being used, but it really was. It hadn't even been used that much. I think I took a best offer of around 85 for it, and stuffed it. Somehow I think I stuffed it all into a regional box A. Next is another new with tags that I found. And again, some of these new with tags, they don't have to be brands that you know. When I bought these, I bought them without even researching them because I figured, well, I know we're coming into golf season throughout a lot of the country. Hopefully the snow will be melting soon, but I know the weather's been rough, so people are going to want all-weather type of things, and it might be colder this spring. So I got these. They're Galway Bay, and they measured 40 by 30 and sold them for, I don't remember if I got the 125 or it was 100, but it was somewhere in that range, 100 to $125 for these things. And so be on the lookout and don't ignore something that's new with tags just because you don't recognize the brand. Now, don't automatically buy it either, but if it seems to really fit the type of people that you're trying to sell to, and if you can do a little research on it, it's worth the risk. I think I paid about $10 for these, and again sold them for over 100. Next we have this, which is a sport coat, a Bijan, I believe is how you say it, double-breasted, 100% cashmere. Of course, to be on the lookout for cashmere. I didn't get anywhere near what my listing price was, and that's okay. I wasn't expecting to get that. I got, but over 100 is what I got, or maybe right at 100, somewhere around that. More than happy to do that. I've been trying to deal with sport coats. Haven't had a lot of success in selling them yet, even though I think I have some good stuff. So I think I'm probably slightly overpriced on my sport coats, but even so, this was something I paid, I believe, $2 for. So to pay $2 and sell it for 100, it's a great flip. Great way to do that. And then this was my home run of the month, and this is a vintage Avirex leather bomber flight jacket. This thing was just nice. It definitely had some wear. It wasn't perfect, but you just check out the inside of that, and just has an entire map on the inside lining of the jacket, and has just a lot of stuff. And this is just, it was just a beautiful jacket. That's about all I can say about it. And again, this is one of those, I first saw it and I was like, oh, it's just a leather jacket, and it was there for $10, and I always get nervous anytime I'm being asked to spend double digits for something because I usually feel it's a ripoff. But I went and I just did a double check and I saw what the tag was, and as soon as I saw a Virex, I knew that they were good in vintage, and I figured even if this was a reproduction, because I didn't have time to research at the time, even if it was a reproduction, should be able to get 40 or 50 from it. In this case, I think I ended up getting, I think I ended up getting that full 250 for it, or if not that, it was really close. And so that was a home run. These are what our sales were for the month, and so just want to thank you all for watching. Please go to my page, facebook.com/Morris Better Reseller. Working on getting to 30 subscribers. I want to have 30 fans to my page. That's my goal for the month of March, and looking forward to being able to come to you with a whole lot more videos coming up, and learning with you and learning from you, and sharing a little bit of what I've learned as well. So thank you. Have a great day, and get out there and get listing.